All right, just got underway here at Lakeside Park Veterans Field. Derek Dunner with you, Mabry Foster alongside. And just got underway between Fairfield and Mount Carmel, non-conference game. And it's the best view we have for you here, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about that, but it's what we have to do here. So Mabry's be in charge of the scoreboard and everything like that. And do have the lineups here for both teams. Get my bearings here for the moment. This is Santiago Guanipa, the shortstop. Wears number 10 for Mount Carmel, right-handed batter. Steps in the batter's box. Ian Puckett on the mound for the Mules. Just got underway. Already 1-1 count. Just got underway, as I mentioned, top of the first. Away on that one. On deck is Ryder Sloss, the catcher. And Jaden Smith was at bat, the left fielder. He's already at first. 2-1 the count, still scoreless. Smith would like to get over a second. Pitch on the way. This one's hit. Foul to the left. Bracken Cavacci at catcher for the Mules. I wasn't breaking to slam dunk it. No slam dunks there today. We're not playing basketball. If we were, he would be dunking it, though. So again, still scoreless here. Top of the first. 2-2 the count on Guanipa. Pitch on the way. This one's hit foul. Good at bat here for Guanipa so far. Still 2-2. No outs. Just got underway. Top of the first inning. Mules baseball on this gorgeous Saturday morning. Pitch on the way. This one's popped up. Second baseman has a read and makes the catch. First out of the inning for Mount Carmel. Ryder Sloss, the catcher. Where's number 15? He steps up to bat. On deck is River Dasher. Center fielder. Smith still over at first. Puckett with the pitch. Ooh. Diving that time right there was Sloss. He's got away a little bit right there on the inside. Ball one. Next pitch. Foul back. Mabry blinked, by the way, so we know what the rule is here. Mabry, is your mic on?
So.
There it is. Sorry about that. I had the wrong. Sorry about that, Mabry. There you go. Mabry, you blinked on that one. I'll tell your folks about that later on. Mabry Foster, a senior here at Fairfield Community High School. We'll talk to her over the course of the game as well. Always good to have high school students help us out in the broadcast. And Puckett's going to reset. Nobody on second and third. Pitch on the way. This one was high. It was actually headed towards Sloss's head. He ripped that one to left, foul. Puckett trying to find the zone here. 1-2 the count, one out. Still scoreless, top of the first. Live chat open, tells where you're watching Mule Nation from. That's away. Throw over first, pickoff attempt. And safe at first is Smith. Good effort by Cavacci, though, trying to throw out the runner at first. Was unable to. Puckett looks over at first, over at Smith. Got a little bit of a lead off there. Pitch on the way. And there's a ball on that one. 3-2 to count. So Cavacci gets the sign. As Ian Puckett looks to deliver the pitch. Smith will be lead off over first. Pitch on the way. This one's fouled over to the right. Been good at bat so far for Ryder Sloss. These two teams enter today's contest 0-1 of the young season. Fairfield lost to St. Joe Ogden. That was played at Edwardsville in Metro East. And Mount Carmel lost to Red Hill. Pickoff attempt to first and save a first again is Smith. He's getting his jersey dirtied up there, but that's what happens when you're out there on the ballpark. Field looks great, by the way. That great weather. It was really cold early this week, but it's warmed up nicely. 3-2 the count on Sloss. And outside, he gets walked. You got River Dasher, the center fielder, comes at the plate, number 9. So a couple of runners already. You got Smith in scoring position over at second. Still scoreless, top of the first, but Mount Carmel. Smith over at second. One hit is all it takes to try to get him moving. And only one out for the Aces. Puckett with the delivery. Couldn't find the zone. That one gets away a little bit, but thankfully second baseman was there to snag that one. Yo, Mabes, it's like basketball a little bit. I know, for you and your teammates, it was kind of transitioning from, winter to spring sports. That's a nice strike right there by Puckett, but a little bit of a transition, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Put the mic a little closer to you. It's kind of, here, just, don't mind. There you go.
There we go.
Yeah, go ahead. I would say it's a little bit of a transition going from, I know in this case it's winter to spring, but I know, now, did you play fall sports, did you?
I played tennis this year since sophomore year.
Okay. So going from tennis to basketball, a little bit of adjustment, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, especially indoor, outdoor sports.
Mm-hmm. In this case, we're basketball indoor, then baseball outdoor, so. Pitch on the way from Puckett, swinging a miss on that one. Struck out. Dasher, that could be some encouragement there, and that's a big out. 2 outs, top of the first, and now we've got Asher Costin, the first baseman, at the plate. Costin, left-handed batter. They have a pinch runner in, number 12. Let me see here. That'd be Cole Carmichael. Cole Carmichael checks in over at first, so he'll be the pinch runner. Still got Smith over at second, though, for the Mules. Like to at least close out this inning and prevent Mount Carmel from scoring. Mount Carmel will certainly like to draw first blood on the scoreboard, like to get that first run in. This one's hit over. Hit over to left. Throw to home. He's out at home! Oh, a beautiful throw! On the left fielder, how about that? Bregovac was able to get the tag out at home. Oh, that was beautiful. Left fielder that time, Caleb King. Caleb King, the left fielder, with a beautiful throw. And that'll end the top of the first. Still scoreless here at Veterans Field at Lakeside Park. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with the bottom of the first with the Mules. They'll be on offense on Mule Nation, powered by RJ Marketing.
If you're near retirement or thinking about retiring, you probably have questions. How do you make your savings last? How much should you take out and when? You're ready for retirement, but are your finances? Your Edward Jones financial advisor, Andrew Diesel, can help you build a strategy to make sure your finances keep up with your long-term needs. You've done what it takes to get there. Now it's time to make the most of retirement. Call our office at 842-4212 to schedule an appointment. Edward Jones, member SIPC, proud supporter of your FCHS Mules.
All right, welcome back here to Veterans Field, Lakeside Park. Derek Dunn here with you, Mabry Foster alongside. Happy to have you here on Mule Nation. Got some comments already. Rachel saying go Mules. Kenneth saying go Mules, beat the Aces. And CSX saying go Mules. Thanks Mule Nation. Thanks sponsors. Well, we're happy to be here with you on this beautiful Saturday morning. What a big throw that was from Caleb King to Bregovac for the out at home plate, Mabes.
That was a good play right there.
At first, I thought the ball was hit right, and I kept looking to the right side because that tells you how long it's been for me. I've got ladybugs all over my legs, so there you go. Go figure. I know. But what a big throw that was, and kept Mount Carmel, not being able to score the top of the first. Kind of reminds me, when you and your teammates played basketball for the Lady Mules. You guys had a great season, by the way, and you had 29 points against Salem.
I know.
I'll talk about that game a little bit. I never got a chance to talk to you about that afterwards.
Yeah, that Salem game. We struggled in our first half, but we came out and did what we needed to.
Yeah. You were playing like your hair was on fire, babes. I'm telling you, it was just but 29 points for you, and Bentley Belva coming off the bench and had a big punch as well.
Oh, yeah.
Riley Jolly had some foul trouble early on in that game, and her presence was felt as well. So that was one of the toughest teams I thought you guys played all season with Salem.
They were good. They were really good, and they gave us a run first
They
half.
did. This is Jesse King. Jesse King, him and his brother Caleb, they go to my church actually. So glad to see the King bros out there. Caleb be hitting later on. Jesse at the plate. Pitch on the way from Mount Carmel. High on that one. Talking to their parents there. They're talking to their mom, Amy. Again, this is the bottom of the first here. Still scoreless. 1-1 the count. Swing and miss on that one. Pitcher from Mount Carmel, by the way. This is Brendan Bowser, the pitcher. Bowser on the mound, delivers the pitch. This one's fouled back by King. Take a look here at the batting order for the Mules as we, courtesy of Peyton Bates, by the way. Jesse King, followed by Ian Puckett. Breaking Gavache, if anyone want to get on, be Logan Tullis. Bowser with the pitch. Swung on a miss that time, struck out. They got Ian Puckett coming up to the plate. Puckett, the starting pitcher today for the Mules. So we have a pitcher versus pitcher matchup. One pitcher at the plate, the other one on the mound, and here we go. Still scoreless, bottom of the first inning. Mules looking for their first hit of the afternoon. That one swung on and missed. Next pitch, outside. Beautiful day here at the ballpark. Can't complain about this weather. Earlier it was cold and snowy a little bit and breezy, and we're like, man, when's spring going to arrive? And finally arrived here, and I think winter's done, unless if we get cold in April, but let's hope not anyway. Pitch on the way. This one's hit, and this one's fouled over. Ian Puckett steps back in the batter's box. 1-2 the count. Pitch. This one's fouled up. Be out of play. Mules again, as I mentioned, 0-1. They played St. Joe Ogden at Edwardsville a couple of days ago. Lost to them. St. Joe Ogden, just east of Champaign. Chin music for Mr. Puckett. He just stood there like a champ and just said, I'll let that go right by me. Pitch on the way from Bowser. Outside. 3-2 the count's a full count on Puckett. Infield shallow here. Pitch on the way from Bowser. This one's hit. And out of play, ripped again. Good at bat here for Ian so far, trying to get a first hit here, not just for himself, but also for the team. And on deck, you have Breaking Gavache. Pitch on the way. Away on that one, and he's walked. Good at bat for Ian right there, and now we got Breaking Gavache, the catcher, at the plate. We have a pinch runner in for the Mules. Number 6. There's Blake Hutchins. So Hutchins is over at first. A little bit more speed out there. See a little bit of a lead off. That's a strike on Kavachi. That was a nice pitch from Bowser, too. So Kavachi looks at that one. Braken had a great season for the Mules basketball team. Named all conference. He's a great young man. Known for his dunking, he had several good dunks. I remember the one he had at the CWCIT where Jake Easton just lobbed a pass over to Braken, who was cutting from the left baseline and slammed it in. And I about did a front flip from where we were at Carmel. Well, that was awesome. He had 2 dunks in that one, too. He had one a little bit later on. But that first one, that was actually the Mules' first points of that contest, I recall. Braken at the plate. Bowser steadies and fires, and that's low in the middle. 1-2 the count. Kavachi. Getting Hutchins over at first. He's the pinch runner in for Puckett. Pitch on the way. This one's hit over, and that's what's going to drop. Drop over left field. A single for Braken Kavachi. Nice piece of hitting right there for Braken. First hit of the day for the Mules. The Mules got runners on first and second, kind of what we saw from Mount Carmel earlier. And Braken's going to check out, and in for him is, let's see, number 21. This is Braxton Marshall, who's going to be the runner over at first. And now we have number 13, that's Logan Tullis. Logan, great football year for the Mules. Bout some injuries, but when he was healthy, though, he was good. Played running back, I believe, for the Mules, and that one is a strike on Tullis. On deck is Talon Hickson ball. After that, it'd be Boston Isaacs. Mules like to get their first run here of the afternoon. Bowser with the pitch. This one's hit over left. That one's deep. And it's gone. It's a home run. Home run for Logan Tullis. How about that? Tullis fires a home run. That was deep, and that one was gone. And how about that? The Mules jump on the board. Wow. Just an absolute bomb from Tullis. Let's have a big old yell. The big boy delivers. Logan Tullis with a home run. First homer of the day for either team. It's 3-0 Mules. Well, just great contact and just boomed that one out of there. Waited that time for Hixenball. Let's see if Hixenball can do. Why not? Let's have a little solo shot. Maybe 4-0. You never know. You just never know. Hit the ball right there on the nose, the right spot and everything. You can get a deep hit out of it. And really the wind, not so much wind at all. It's really light. Well, Logan Tullis with an absolute bomb right there. It's 3-0. Bomb of the first inning. Hickson ball. And really, you kind of think about it, Ian was walked, and then Braken had that single, and Tullis just capitalized on it, just delivered. Try to get your teammates on base, try to get those runners on base there. On deck is Boston Isaacs. Mules 1 out so far, 2-2 the count. 3-0 the Mules lead. Swung and a miss to that one. So a strikeout there for Bowser. And Boston Isaacs comes up to the plate. Where's number 9, Isaacs? Pitch on the way from Bowser, Brendan Bowser. Nobody on the bases there. Catcher Bowie from Mount Carmel. While I'm thinking of it, I've not mentioned the catcher. That is Ryder Sloss. Sloss who batted earlier in top of the first. That was a nice pitch right there. Got the corner. 1-1 the count on Isaacs. Good stoppage there by Sloss right there, using his body to block the ball. Catchers are the best view of the field, but boy, I tell you what, you always got to be ready. Pitch on the way. Bowser swung on a miss that time. As Isaacs swung a bit high on that one there. He really wanted that one for sure. No bail on bases. 3-0 Mules lead Mount Carmel, bottom of the first. Deuces wild. 2-2 the count, 2 outs. Pitch away from Bowser. This one's hit over to right. It's fouled. Mules assistant coach over there at first base with the snag right there. That doesn't count, by the way, but Isaacs with another chance here to try to get a hit. 2-2 the count. Pitch on the way from Bowser. And he said he went. All right. But, hey, the Mules, though, got on the board first. Lead 3-0 after one complete inning here, all thanks to a Logan Tolis 3-run home run. As Cavachi was able to single and Puckett was able to get walked. We go top of the second, and it's 3-0 in favor of the Mules. Stay tuned to Mule Nation, powered by RJ Marketing.
If it's in style, it's at Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield. Christy and the girls at Carnaby Square are proud to have served Fairfield in Southern Illinois for over 40 years. With premium women's apparel, jewelry, accessories, and shoes from brands like Multiples, Charlie B., and Brighton, just to name a few. Whatever your style, the team at Carnaby can help you find exactly what you're looking for. Open Monday through Saturday, 9 to 5, with extended hours till 7 on Thursday. Come experience Carnaby Square, the fashion leader, at 115 East Main in Fairfield.
Back to Veterans Field, Lakeside Park. Derek Dunner with you, Mabry Foster alongside Mabes. How about the hit by Logan Tullis, a 3-run bomb?
Yeah, they needed that to get some points on the board.
How important is it? You know, you play basketball, and going back to the winter sports season, it's always good to get the first points of a game. And
sure.
what's it like? As a student athlete,
I mean, I think it sets the tone for the rest of the game, elevates your team's attitude, and puts you ahead of the other team for sure. In more ways than one.
Yeah. Mabes, I remember I asked you about this, but what are your future plans after high school? Because you only got like a couple months to go.
I know. I'm going to Frontier next year, and I'll transfer over somewhere to a college, looking at education, elementary education.
Elementary education? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What inspired you to pursue that field?
My mom's a principal in elementary school, and she taught elementary education for a long time, so I guess that field was just more familiar to me, and I grew liking to it.
Okay. Get to shadow your mom a little bit and everything.
Yeah.
Which is always good. It's always good to shadow someone of that profession and everything.
For sure.
Brendan Bowser at the plate for Mount Carmel. Ian Puckett on the mound. We got a pitcher versus pitcher contest. Live chat open, by the way, Mule Nation. Tell us where you're watching Mule Nation from. Top of the second inning, and it's 3-0 Fairfield. Again, Logan Tullis, 3-run home run, all thanks to Ian Puckett getting walked and Cavachi with a single, and then Tullis with a 3-run shot. Just absolutely blew that one. Of course, Logan, played football for the Mules, and that muscle really helps. Bowser had a couple of strikeouts back in the first, and that one ripped over. One and two the count. Mount Carmel, they were on the verge of scoring in the top of the first, and all thanks to Caleb King with that throw over at home plate, and Cavachi getting the tag out on Smith earlier. That's a swing and a miss, strikeout. So Puckett gets a strikeout right there, and that'll send up Logan Mobley, the second baseman. Mobley, the second baseman, is a Mitch Ware's number 4. He's 7th in the batting order. Mobley's first plate appearance of the day. Mount Carmel coming off of a loss to Red Hill a couple of days ago. Final score of that one was 10-4. But both teams last year, non-conference game, but there is a rivalry between both of them. Yikes right there. That was close. About got drilled right there. Mount Carmel last year went 15-10, 6-1 a little on that conference. The Mules, by the way, in case you're wondering, went 13-9 last season, went 4-4 in the BDC East. Maze, did you ever play softball at all?
I didn't. I played t-ball when I was
Little
5
league.
years old.
I never played baseball. I never did Little League or baseball or anything. I just kind of learned how to announce the game. Actually, their computer game, believe it or not. This one's hit over to center. Center fielder makes the catch over there as Jesse King. That's kind of how I cut my teeth into it, and I just heard other radio broadcasters over the years, baseball, and kind of helped me out. So, the video game I played is a computer game called Triple Play 2001. They're playing that one a lot. No, I forgot one of the announcers. One of the announcers I forgot, but the other one was Buck Martinez. He announced games for a long time. I don't know if he's still announcing or not, but he was one of the announcers and one of the commentators of the game, and that's like how I learned how to announce baseball that way. Pitch on the way. That one's a strike right there. This is Keegan Linson, the third baseman. He's eighth in the batting order. Where's number 1? That one's away. Two and one, the count. 3-0 Mules lead. Top of the second inning. Mount Carmel like to get on the board here early. This one's hit over to the right. Fair. Cavachi throw it first and out. Great job by Cavachi. Letting the runner go by a little bit, give him a little bit of room, and then he was able to kind of zoom it over to first to Tullis for the out. And that'll do it. All right. So after top of the second, we go to the bottom of the second, still 3-0. Fairfield leads Mount Carmel here on Mule Nation, powered by RJ Marketing.
Carter Trucking in Fairfield is a proud supporter of our local student athletes and wishes each and every one of them a great season, both on and off the field. From rock, sand, dirt, and gravel to riprap, topsoil, fertilizer, cold patch, and more, Carter Trucking in Fairfield has everything you need to get your excavation and dirt work done right. They'll even haul the material and equipment to the job site for you. Located at 7 Williamson Drive in Fairfield, that's Carter Trucking. Call 618-842-2022.
Welcome back to Veterans Field, Lakeside Park. 3-0, Fairfield leading Mount Carmel. Bottom of the second, we are here. I'm just wondering, where's the brats? Where's the hot dogs? Where's the pork burgers at? I mean, we've got to get the grill. The grill, it's a beautiful day to grill. It's a beautiful day to eat food and enjoy the game. I thought the girls would be fired up on a day like today, but I guess not, so oh well. Anyway, or someone could bring us food. Why not?
Yeah.
Anyway, 3-0 Fairfield leading Mount Carmel. Live chat open, by the way. You want to tell us where you're watching Mule Nation from? Love to hear from you. This is Harv Kaiser at the plate. Big old Harv Kaiser. I remember covering this kid in grade school when he played at Sisney, and I called him Hammer and Harv. He would just hammer hits. Pitch away from Bowser. Harv also had a good year playing basketball for the Mules. Nice, had some big JV games as a starting center, and then in varsity he'd come off the bench and gave good minutes. I tried to get him to, I asked him one time, say, can you dunk it like break? And he said, oh, my knee, dude, my knee, I can't do it. So I tried. Pitch on the way, swung on and missed, and Harv goes down swinging. Jake Easton comes up to the plate. Good to see Jake out there. Jake, a senior for the Mules. He was named the conference MVP in boys basketball in the Black Diamond East. Also, he was also announced he was named a Illinois Basketball Coaches Association special mention. He was on that list. Well, I'll tell you, what do you think about Jake and his impact for the Mules basketball team, his leadership, starting point guard, had some big games for the Mules. It's good to see him out there. He was wearing a boot a few days ago and had like a sprained ankle, is what he told me, so he's good to go. On deck is Caleb King, by the way. Pitch on the way from Bowser. Away on that one, and Jake will walk on over to first. Bottom of the second inning, still 3-0, but Easton now over at first. And now this is Caleb King. Caleb King, his brother Jesse is on deck. Talking to Mom Amy earlier before the game, and Caleb wearing the long striped pants, while Jesse wearing the high socks, we'll say. High red socks, and plus they're different numbers. That also helps too. Pitch on the way. In the middle, low. I talked to Caleb, I said before the season started, I said, Caleb, I want to see 30 home runs. I want to see 105 RBIs. I said, I don't know about that, but I tried. That one on the inside, a little high that time. 2-1 the count. One out here with the Mules. 3-0, bottom of the second. Bowser on the mound. Good leadoff by Jake. Jake going to second, and it's fouled. Tell you what, if I'm Bowser, I would certainly keep an eye on Jake over at first. He had that leadoff right there and was going to try to steal second. It's too bad it was roped foul. His other a nice leadoff and some good speed. Bowser, he saw Jake for sure. He looked over him. Yep, there it is. Late that time there, but I think Bowser kind of eased up on the throw a little bit. It just felt like it just should have more zoom to that one. Jake, a little bit of a lead off there first. He wants to steal second. Pitch on the way from Bowser. Jake going. That was fouled again. Oh, Jake, he just wants to steal. Now, you had some steals in hoops. Is stealing what important stat? Basketball, yes, but baseball, trying to steal bases, trying to get in scoring position like Jake is right there. Yeah, they're keeping on him. Jake will trot over to second. So Jake Easton over at second in scoring position. 2-2 the count, one out. Bowser. So he's got Jake in his sights over second. This is weakly hit left and fouled by Caleb. You're giving Jake speed. I mean, he's capable. I mean, he can flat out turn and know that. But with Caleb, at the plate, Caleb can just get a deep enough hit. Jake will get home in a hurry. Bowser on the mound. You got someone at second. You got King here at the plate. Like to at least try to shut down this Mules momentum. Jake with some lead off there. Pitch on the way. This was popped up. This was foul. Could be catchable, and it's not. Just beyond the fence over there. I just hope it doesn't hit someone's car. That's the thing. It's when you're here at this ballpark, if you're parking over there behind a little bit, it's or even out there in the outfield, you just run that risk of having a ball, land on your car and
dangerous game.
Having a cracked windshield, that's can you imagine driving down the road?
No.
Got a story about that coming up. Bowser, Easton over at second, pitch on the way. King Good at bat for Caleb so far, though. He's been hanging in there. I was doing an Eastern Illinois softball game years ago, and remember, I can't remember who it was, but a player hit a foul ball. Car was driving down. Ball just, bam, hit that car right there. The driver was okay. The windshield, I think, was not cracked that I recall, but it was, you could just hear the impact. Easton safe at second. Boy, Jake really pressuring Bowser over there. Caleb King at the plate, being patient. He's had a good at-bat so far. Bowser. Boy, Jake has just been harassing him. This is like, it's like Mules basketball over again. And I know you did this a little bit as well. You know, whenever you're that lead guard and you're, you know, you got to guard that primary ball handler.
I'm going to give him a hard time.
Oh, absolutely. Just the pressure could get to mentally. You know, it could be really just taxing, couldn't it be? Yeah.
Especially for this pitcher. I mean, he's having to keep an eye on Jake and turn around and pitch the ball in the same breath.
Yeah, Bowser just keeping a close eye on Jake over there. He's making, it's not easy. But, you know, I like the pressure Jake's applying here because it's making Bowser uncomfortable, I feel like, because he's having to think, I got to strike out this batter, then I got Easton over at second, so I'm going to miss. Caleb upset with that one. Caleb strikes out. For Bowser, he needed that one for sure. And now you got Jesse King at the plate, Caleb's brother. Jesse at the plate. Wearing number 1, top of the bag more for the Mules as well. I think something flew in, or maybe a leaf or something. I don't know. Wind blowing around a little bit. There it is. Leaves spinning around and everything. And going to call time a little bit. Yeah, Bowser is going to talk to his catcher Sloss about this. 3-0, bottom of the second, the Mules lead. Jake Easton over at second. No one on first and third. Good job, Jake. I heard that. I'll tell you what, he really has been pressuring the pitcher, Bowser. We'll see what strategy they come up with here. But I'll tell you what, he has made Bowser's life miserable out there on the mound. And Bowser would like to at least get this third out, while Jake would like to either advance to third or just come home and extend the Mules' lead. Bowser eyeing Easton, pitch on the way. Swung on and missed right there by Jesse King. Oh, it won the count. Bowser delivers high on that one. 1-1. By the way, Mule Nation live stream schedule is up if you've not seen it already. Bowser eyeing Easton over second. Jake with a nice lead off there. Pitch on the way. Way right there, Sloss able to field that one. Good job by Sloss. Easton goes back to the bag there. Tell you about our upcoming live stream schedule coming up for you in a moment. Ooh, that would bounce off his hand or bat?
I think so.
Sloss can't believe it. And they're saying it bounced off his hand. Now, the officials are going to talk about this here. It bounced off of King. It could have been his, I don't know, but it's just the way it was a kind of soft impact there, Mabes.
I know.
Yep, they're saying he stays at first, yep. Now, Carmel fans a little stunned about that one. Tyler Browning, who I remember years ago played basketball for Mount Carmel. He's an alum. They'll talk to the official about this for clarification. Boy, it just really just pinged off of his wrist area. Meanwhile, Sloss and Ian Puckett are talking about it here a little bit. Wow, what a break for Jesse King and the Mules right there. But it was in the hand area, in the hand and bat area for sure. So Ian Puckett on the mound for the Mules. Puckett, see what he could do here. There is a gap over there at right center. That's a wide gap over there. If Puckett could just deliver right through there, and there's an opening right there to a right center, and there's room right there to do it. So I'll tell you what, if he could just deliver in that area right there, see what happens here. Jake Easton is second, as I mentioned. Jesse King over at first. 3-0 Mules lead, bottom of the second. 1-1 the count, 2 outs for Fairfield. Pitch on the way from Bowser. Tip that one. Yeah, if I'm Puckett, I would definitely aim for that spot right center. That'd be your best bet to get a deep hit and get Jake home and possibly get Jesse home as well. Both got speed on the bases. Pitch on the way from Bowser. Away, and that one. Good blocking by Sloss. His catcher's helmet flies off there, but that happens. I'll tell you what, Sloss has done a good job of really just not letting that ball get by him. Mules like to extend the lead here. The lead 3-0. Bottom of the second. Jake Easton in second scoring position. Brendan Bowser on the mound for the Aces of Mount Carmel. Bowser looks back at Easton. Still looking at Jake. And call time right here. But Jake has just been... I said before, Jake the Snake Easton. We'll call him that. Jake the Snake Easton. That's... He was sneaky when he played hoops. He'd sneak his way down the middle of the lane, floaters and all that. Pitch on the way. This one's hit over. And that one is going to, and it's not caught. It's dropped. 1 run will score. And another one's going to score. Sliding! Safe is king. 5-0 Mules lead. How about that? And we talked about that right side over there, and Puckett delivered. (5-0) Fairfield leading Mount Carmel, bottom of the second. Hey, let's keep the line moving here. Boy, yeah, that was just a wide open gap right there. I was like, if he could just hit it over right, and sure did. And King with a dandy slide. You have ever heard this, Mabes, playing basketball, there's always the sweat equity. I think in baseball and softball, it's dirt equity. You get dirty jerseys and everything. Like, hey, you've been sliding, you've been putting in the hard work.
For sure.
But how big of a hit that was, getting Jake over to home, and then, of course, King with the speed and everything, coming from first. I mean, it's a nice deep hit. This is Breaking Cavachi, the plate for the Mules. 1-2 the count, 2 outs. 5-0 Fairfield leading Mount Carmel. And Brendan Bowser still on the mound for the Aces. He'd like to get this third out and say, I just want to cut it off at 5. Total runs for the Mules here. But you got Puckett over at second. That's not Puckett, my mistake. Pinch runner over at second. A 2-2 the count. 5-0 Mules lead, bottom of the second. Pitch on the way. Away. 3-2 the count, full count. Beautiful day here at Veterans Field, Lakeside Park, one of the nicest baseball fields you'll find in Southern Illinois. I was here when they dedicated this field. This one has popped up and away. Okay, now I know who that runner is over there, so I figured that out. Babes, if only you had binoculars, you know that?
Yeah.
It happens. It was Hutchins over at second pitch runner. So he ran some in the first. Pitch on the way. Chin music for Cavacci, and he's going to be walked. No slam dunk for breaking, but he does get walked over first. And he had a single back in the first. So, and there's a timeout on the mound, Mount Carmel. Tyler Browning, the head coach, walking over to Bowser Tullis with a home run. And then you also look at the aggressive base rate. We saw Jake Easton, having a thorn in Bowser's side a little bit there with his pressure. Just Mules aggressive here early, and that's what I like to see here. And tell you what, it's really boded well for them so far. Logan Tullis, who had the home run, he's coming up to the plate. That's a big one. Bowser still on the mound, it looks like, for the Aces. If you're head coach Dustin Fleener, who's standing over at third, you're going to be pleased with how your team's playing so far. We'll keep this momentum going. Hutchins over at second. Getting this Logan Tullis to the plate. He had a 3-run bomb back in the first. It's the battle of the 13s. Bowser's ran number 13, Tullis is as well. Logan's smiling about something, so. He said, I want to hit another one. Bowser, pitch on the way. Went outside. Say a strike, actually, so 0-1 the count. (5-0) Fairfield leading Mount Carmel, bottom of the second. 1-1 the count there. The 1-2 the count. Tullis checking clarification there, so he did go on that one. 1-2 the count, 2 outs. Runners on first and second. Tullis like to get them all home. Look at the gap here. Big gap over at right side. Kind of like at the same spot, right center. I feel like what Puckett had head music right there. As he just ducked on that one. Wide open gap over there, Mabes again. Kind of like what we saw Puckett there earlier. Kind of like the scoreboard area. No one there. So I like for Tullis to maybe try to get a hit there if he can. Now get his teammates moving. Outfield is deep, by the way, as well. They saw what he did earlier. High on that one, chin music for Tullis. Good at bat for Logan, good eye. 3-2 the count, 2 outs for Fairfield. 5-0, the Mules lead Mount Carmel. Second game of the season for both teams. Ooh, did it hit him? And I think it did hit him. Yep. I thought so. I thought it hurt impact too, because it looked like just kind of like elbow area kind of I was like, that was not a normal impact sound. So bases loaded for the Mules. That's the first time we've said that today. So now Tullis gets hit by a pitch, and now you got Talon Hickson ball at the plate. Tall, lanky Hickson ball. Umpire talking to Ryder Sloss about something there. Sloss has done a good job behind the plate, though. He's done a really good job of bringing that ball from getting right past him. Bowser still on the mound. Bases loaded. Situation for the Mules. 2 outs. Looking here at the gaps. Could aim one on the left side if you can. Get one just right past the infield. You also have right center once again. Outfield is still deep. Throw over third, safe at third that time. Hutchins, dirt equity, we'll say, in front of Coach Fleener over there. Bowser. Next pitch on the way. High on that one. Good eye from Talon. 2-1 strike there. 2 outs for the Mules. Like to keep up this 2-out momentum here. Away on that one. 3-1 the count. Next pitch. That one's a strike out the corner right there. So full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes for a Hickson ball. Bases loaded for the Mules. Talon, just try to get a hit in the gap if you can. I would try to drive it deep, of course, if you can. Pitch on the way. And he strikes out. Bowser strikes him out. But the Mules, though, tack on a couple more runs. They didn't come away empty-handed on that inning. They lead 5-0 as we enter the top of the third. Stay tuned here to Mule Nation, powered by RJ Marketing.
Building relationships, supporting the community, and service. These are the things Country Financial stands for. We're more than just an office you may pass as you drive through town. We're neighbors who lend a helping hand and support the fabric of our community, including charitable organizations, sports, financial education, and civic organizations. Since we're already neighbors, let's get together and chat. Call me, Christina Copeland, your Country Financial representative, today at 618-842-2185 to talk about the things that are important to you and how we can help you protect them.
Back here at Veterans Field, Lakeside Park. Derek Dunner with you, Mabry Foster alongside. Beautiful day for baseball here. By the way, Chuck Norris died yesterday. News right there. What an icon he was. Live chat, feel free to post your favorite Chuck Norris movie. Yeah, I saw, obviously, the news that he had a medical emergency in Hawaii, and saw the news he passed away, like, whoa. So, Chuck Norris, I saw our friend Ken Odie yesterday post about some Chuck Norris jokes. Post your favorite one. Mine was, well, it wasn't a joke, but it was also where he was in a United Healthcare commercial with the roundhouse kick to the salt shaker right there in that one. So, but that was my favorite Chuck Norris memory right there. So, but anyway, 5-0 here, top of the third. Mabes, the Mules, extended by a couple of runs here. Against Mount Carmel. How about that?
I clear my throat there.
Go ahead. You're fine. Go ahead. Well, the Mules really, what a good second inning it was for them. It was kind of like the first.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I would say the Mules with another good second inning. They had a nice another inning like the first. They were able to play two across in the second. Yeah.
Hopefully we can continue this momentum over Mount Carmel.
Yeah. Now your basketball season ended against Mount Carmel regional championship game, so I'd like to avenge that.
Oh yeah, we always love to beat Mount Carmel.
Yeah.
It's the team to beat.
Yeah. Well, here we go. On the mound, Ian Puckett for the Mules, and this is number 7 here for Mount Carmel. Pull this up here a little bit. As Wade Keepus. He's the last batter, by the way, in the batting order for Mount Carmel after we go back to top of the cycle. So Keepus, his first plate appearance of the day. I think he played basketball for Mount Carmel, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Pitch on the way. I try to remember, student athletes who played, like who played multiple sports. There's some that play multiple sports, some just play one. But I try to remember those like a Jake and Braken, played basketball recently, so there's just players that that kind of stick with you a little bit and everything. But 5-0 Fairfield with the lead. 2-2 they count on Keepus. Swung on a miss, strikeout by Puckett. The off-speed pitch right there. Ian have a nice day on the mound there, looks confident. And now you've got Mr. Smith at the plate. Jaden Smith, the left fielder, top of the batting order. He was able to get on earlier. Pitch on the way from Puckett. Live chat open, by the way. Appreciate you guys watching on this beautiful Saturday. Legally Blonde, the musical, going to be shown tonight at the high school. Mabes, are you in it?
No, I'm not in it. But I did get to watch it yesterday. I have quite a few friends who are in it. They did really well.
Hello, sir. Hey, how you doing? Hey, Mr. Foster, how are you?
Yeah. You're talking about need to be grilling.
Thanks, man. Thank you. Everybody, we'll share it. Thank you. Mary's father came by and dropped us off some pork burgers. How about that? How kind of him.
I guess we got lucky.
We sure did. Mabes, help yourself here if you don't mind, and I'll pitch in as well here in a moment. Good to have your dad out here.
Yeah, for sure.
I was going to go with some sauce, it looks like right there, too, it looks like. By the way,
all set up.
Yeah, how about that? By the way, we got baseball actually coming your way on the 23rd. It'll be on Monday. Mules will be playing on South Central. And then also softball coming up. They'll be facing Waltonville. The Spartans over there. So that's the live stream schedule. You can check it out on Mule Nation. How about that? We're blessed here. I'm telling you. Pork burgers and everything. My goodness. This one's fouled back. If you hear us munching pork burgers during the broadcast, it's all right. We understand completely. It's a good day to have a pork burger, I'll say that.
For sure.
I like mine with cheese on it, some pickle, and sometimes I like a plain. It works, Smith turns away a little bit. 3-2 the count. Top of the third inning. 5-0, Mules lead. He gets struck out. Boy, Puckett just having a good game right there on the mound for the Mules, and definitely worthy of that photo right there, food pick. Dude, I mean, I know I'm the type that'll take, hey, if it looks good, that's the thing. If it looks good, I'm taking a photo of that. 5-0 Mules lead, top of the third. 2 outs for Mount Carmel. Puckett really keeping him at bay. And his game has come a long way, too. So thank you, Mr. Foster. We appreciate it. Santiago Guanipa, the shortstop. The plate for the Aces. I may get weird looks when I take food pics. I don't care. It's food. It's the experience. It's the enjoyment. Without food, we would not be here. I mean, after all, it is noon, by the way. Next pitch on the way. 2-2 the count. A good crowd of fans here as well. I've talked about we got people parked all over the place. I saw my parents drive right by. I don't know where they parked at. They parked somewhere. This one's hit up high. That was close to the hip. Cavacci has a read. Woo! Almost a near collision. Breaking, smiling like he always does. Ian put the glove to his mouth like, whoo, okay. Catch my breath here. We go to the bottom of the third. 5-0. Mount Carmel did not score at all. Mules have a 5-run advantage. Stay tuned to Mule Nation, powered by RJ Marketing.
Whether you're looking for farm, home, auto, business, or life insurance, the experienced agents at CSI Insurance Brokers specialize in finding plans customized to fit your needs. Visit their website at csiinsurancebrokers.com or give them a call at 618-842-2193 for a quote today.
When you bank with strangers, you get treated like one. Hi, I'm Michelle Garner with the Fairfield Banking Company, and each day we strive to make your banking experience top-notch. Whether you're opening a new account or buying your first home, it's important to us. You're not just another customer, and we're not just another bank. Stop by today at any of our 4 convenient locations, the Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Company. We're the hometown banks and everybody knows your name. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Maybe.
Welcome back here, folks. We're just munching on pork burgers up here. It's a good reason. New pitcher on the mound for Mount Carmel, as is Asher Costin, who was actually the first baseman, but Bowser's out, and Bowser is now over at first. So they just swapped positions pretty much. And, sometimes that's what you got to do. But, look, there's still plenty of game to go here. I mean, it's, bottom of the third. It's 5-0 Fairfield. But, for the Mules, keep being aggressive. Keep, being aggressive and hitting on the base paths. Keep this offense going here. But you just want to keep this going because, again, there's still plenty of game to go. And in fact, I was reading the box score of Mount Carmel Red Hill a couple of days ago. It was 3-3 going into the 7th, and Red Hill went on 7 runs, 7th inning.
Wow.
And so I'm just saying, you just never know at this level. Again, I know it was a different day, different game and everything, but again, it's just a reminder. It really is. Mabes, it's like how you guys were down. I go back to
Carmel.
Yes. That game, being down 22 in the second, and you guys just come back and you just, got the win. I mean, that was incredible.
That game will not be forgotten for a while.
Foul ball, by the way. But, that game was just one of the greatest comebacks I've ever seen. Boston Isaac's at the plate. Pitch on the way from Costin, too high and outside. But, that comeback, that was – still going to think about that for a long time. Outside. Yeah, sure did. Costin just got on the mound, and it's going to take him some time to get adjusted. But Isaacs trots over to first as he's walked. And we got Harv Kaiser at the plate. Hammer and Harv Kaiser. Let's see what he does here. 5-0 Mules, bottom of the third. No outs so far. Pitcher went from Costin to lefty, which is a good challenge for the Mules. You never see – I mean, left-handed pitchers, they're out there, but a lot of them are, obviously righties and everything. But good test for the Mules here early in the season. And Harv hits that one back. Mabry flinched again. I'm telling you, you keep blinking, Mabes. What's the deal? I'm telling you, I think it woke you up a little bit. It's already past noon. You were half asleep, we'll say.
No, yeah.
Well, we didn't have coffee this morning. That's the thing, too. That also is a, 5-0. Pitch on the way. Owen gets away from Sloss, and Isaac's going to run over to second. Well, the few times that ball's gotten by Sloss, just kind of bounced off of him. I think he's done a good job behind the plate. But it happens. I mean, sometimes it hits in that position, just somewhere in the area, just kind of bounces off left to right. And Isaac's right now at second, scoring position, where Mules could do more damage. Zoom that one inside. 3-1 the count on Kaiser. If I'm Harv, I wouldn't let the bat off the shoulder. I just let the ball go by. And Costin having some control issues here early. Pitch on the way. Inside. Ball. And he's walked. Jake Easton comes up to the plate. Oh, Jake. Going back between him and Bowser, I'm telling you, that's exactly how you apply pressure. Barbara saying go Mules. All right, Barbara. Live chat open, by the way. We're blessed with pork burgers and a beautiful view. I just wish there was a lake over here, Lakeside Park behind the diamond. Pitch on the way. I remember fishing out there as a kid, actually, years ago. Fishing at Lakeside. Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure there are any fish left.
No, it's all grass and everything. I remember when I was there with my father years ago. High pitch gets away. Runners advance. No way Sloss would have been able to catch out. That was way too high. And Jake Easton just kind of stood there. We're like, okay. But I remember years ago when I was a kid fishing out there. I don't know who this boy was, but I remember he was over to our right, and he was skipping stones at Lakeside. I tried to do it too, and that stone, just as soon as it hit the water, it sunk down to the bottom. Pitch on the way from Costin. High and away. But one of these days, I would like to see that lake be restored out there. I really would. I think it'd be beautiful.
Sure.
Help increase the tourism here locally in our area, because there are people that'll drive to fish. 3-1. It's a beautiful day to go fishing as well. I'll tell you what. It's not just baseball, but fishing in general.
We've got a pond out at our house. I might go fishing later tonight.
Do it. Costin with the pitch. Outside. Walked again. So Easton gets walked. Bases loaded for the Mules. Second time today we've seen that. It's 5-0. Mules really extend the lead here. And I got Caleb King at the plate. King was struck out last time he was up there, so Caleb would like to at least deliver a hit here for his first hit of the day. Pitch on the way. Didn't find the zone there. 1-0 the count. I think a little bit higher, and he would have had that one. Pitch. That's a strike right there that time. Nice pitch down the middle. After Caleb King will be his brother Jesse King on deck, and back to the top of the batting order again for the Mules. This is the second round, by the way. Pitch on the way. This one's popped up. Foul. Well, they hit in my car. We're all right. All right, let's see. Costin. Asher Costin on the mound. Was Brendan Bowser. Bowser over at first. Pitch on the way. Swung on and missed right there. Pick off a tip to first. Safe. Caleb goes down swinging. He gets struck out by Costin. And now you got Jesse King at the plate. Bases loaded situation. Jesse with the Red Sox and everything. Big number one. 5-0 still. Bottom of the third. Fairfield leading Mount Carmel. Inside. Next pitch on the way. Low. This one's hit over. That's a good hit right there. It's going to go left. It's going to drop in. Base hit. A nice base hit right there by Jesse King. This time hit over to the left side. Good contact. Nice little hop right there. The left fielder snags that one. The Mules extend their lead 6-0. It's kind of interesting. They went a 3-2-1 so far. You know, they had 3 right there in the first and 2 in the second and 1 here in the third. But they'd like to at least get a few more in. And I'm looking at big number 11 right there, Ian Puckett. Puckett, starting pitcher for the Mules. He's had a good game on the mound here today as well. And he's looking to get a hit. He had a double back in the second. He had that nice hit over right. 1-1 the count. Puckett. Bases loaded for the Mules. Bottom of the third, 6-0. Fairfield leads. Pitch on the way. Outside for Puckett. 2 balls and 1 strike there. 1 out for the Mules. Again, bases loaded. Costin, Mount Carmel on the mound. Pitch on the way. That one's a strike on the inside. Ooh. It's like, whoa, okay. Even Puckett was like, whoa, man, seriously? All right, 2-2 the count, 1 out. I'd have the same reaction, too, if I were him. 6-0, Mules lead, bottom of the third. Costin delivers the pitch. And got the corner. Puckett strikes out. 6-0. Bottom of the third. Mules lead. As Puckett gets struck out. And now we got a break at Cavachi for the Mules. Breaking had a single back in the first. Also walked as well. That was against Bowser. Different pitcher on the mound. We'll see how he fares. Breaking like to at least get his teammates home here. They've been standing on the bases for a while. Pitch on the way. That one gets lost in the dirt. Sloss able to retrieve that one quickly. Good job of keeping the runners at bay, by the way, for Sloss. You know, I think he's done a great job behind home plate. Fairfield leading Mount Carmel 6-0. 2 outs for the Mules. 2-0 the count on Cavachi. Costin fires the pitch. Swung on and missed that time by Cavachi. Good aggressive swing by Breaking. He was aiming for the once lake over Lakeside Park beyond the fence, but another crack at it. This one's hit up. Oh, pop fly right there. It's catchable. Foul ball territory. It's caught. Nonetheless, though, the Mules did get a run in. And we go to the top of the fourth. 6-0. Fairfield leading Mount Carmel. Stay tuned to Mule Nation, powered by RJ Marketing.
At FNB, we're proud to serve our customers and our communities. In fact, we've been doing both since 1903. And that's why whether it's at the ball fields or the business luncheons, the tailgates or scholarship night, we're there, in the background and the front row, supporting the cause, supporting our neighbors, and investing in our home, dedicated to truly serving our region. FNB, banking, business, life.
Looking for a college that puts you first? At Frontier Community College in Fairfield, Illinois, you'll find small class sizes, affordable tuition, and faculty who care about your success. Whether you're preparing for a career, transferring to a university, or sharpening your skills, FCC is the place to start. Join the Bobcat family today. Discover why Frontier is the best decision ever. 618-842-3711 or visit us at iecc.edu/FCC. Emotional Pork Burgers up here and enjoying this beautiful weather. Derek Dunn, Mabry Foster here alongside, and Babes, the Mules have scored 1 run or more through the first 3 innings so far, and was able to get 1 across. I'd like to have seen more come across. They were the bases loaded, and just Breaking Cavachi, fouled out, and and also you had Ian Puckett strike out as well here, but But so far for the Mules, they lead 6-0, but, you only played a one across, but you get a little bit of a cushion, a little bit more insurance here, but you still got some game to go, though. See who the Aces will send down for Mount Carmel. Live chat open, by the way. Tell us where you're watching Mule Nation from. By the way, follow our sister channel, Bobcat Nation. Bobcat's already underway. Well, baseball having a great start to the season. Bobcats baseball been fun to watch. Matt McHugh and his team. Ryder Sloss, the catcher. At the plate. Ian Puckett on the mound for the Mules. Outside that time. Ian having a great game so far on the mound. He's had a few strikeouts. Like to pick up a few more. Pitch on the way. This one's over left, and that is fair. That is a fair hit for Sloss. That ball towing the line. Nice hit right there for Sloss. Ryder Sloss, the catcher. Mount Carmel needing some encouragement. That's certainly one of them. One of the ways you could do that. And River Dasher, center fielder, steps up to the plate. Dasher had to get his teammate Sloss over a second. Now there's a little bit more pressure for Puckett. Of course, Puckett experienced some pressure back in the first. This one's hit over to left. That's going to drop in again. My goodness, went right by. Went right by the Mules that time. Went right by Boston Isaacs right there, and about that same spot. Except, Sloss's hit was more of a grounder, mainly hugging the ground and towing the line. That one right there was just like a rocket just launched on the left side. All of a sudden, Mount Carmel with a couple of base hits. Start things off here, top of the fourth. As I mentioned, it ain't over till it's over. The Yogi Berra quote there. Yogiisms, that's true, though. Still true after all these years. It's like Mabes and Lady Mules and Carmel. It ain't over until that final buzzer sounds.
Exactly.
Oh, 1-1 the count. Ball low and in the middle of the plate there. 6-0 Mules lead over the Mount Carmel Golden Aces. Here at Lakeside Park Veterans Field. Mount Carmel got Sloss over at second. He's in scoring position for Ian Puckett and the Mules. Like to get it out here or even a double play. We have not seen a double play today at all. It's possible to get a double play ball in a situation. Depends on what happens, but we'll see, though. Costin, the lefty, takes a time here. Take a deep breath. Yeah, Asher Costin. 1-2 to count. No outs for the Aces yet. Low and away. 2-2. And Puckett, seeing how he's handling the pressure on the mound. You got those two runners, and now you've got Costin at the plate. Pitch on the way. 3-2 the count. Couldn't find the zone. Full count on Costin. Next pitch on the way. This one's smoked over to right, fielded by the first baseman, Tullis. Throw across the way to third. Safe at third is Sloss. Well, one away, though, at least, but the runners do advance. Live chat open, by the way, on Mule Nation YouTube channel. Tell us where you're watching Mule Nation from. Sloss gonna have a pinch runner in for him. Good move on Mount Carmel, by the way. Not a bad idea there. Cole Carmichael be the pinch runner at third in place of Sloss for the Aces. Brendan Bowser, number 13, at the plate. This guy has some power. Got to watch out for him. Pitch on the way from Puckett. There's a strike right there. If you're Puckett and the Mules, try to get a second out if you can. Some momentum this inning. Pitch on the way. And 0-2 the count. Like to strike out Bowser. Brendan Bowser. Pitch on the way. Oh, went right by Tolis. Goes over to right field. Run will score for Mount Carmel and make that be 2 runs. That really made contact with Tolis over at first, just unable to snag it. Make it be 6-2. The Golden Aces tell you the first runs of the contest. Tolis is all right, by the way, but just unfortunate how he was just right there and that ball just kind of went right past him, kind of ricocheted, went right past him still. Again, Bowser's got some power. So the Golden Aces take on 2 of them. Nice bunt right there, goes foul. Tell you what, I love the bunting game. Logan Mobley. That's a little bunt right there. Who says the bunt can't be used today? It still can be. You can fool some people with that bunt for sure. 6-2, 1 out for the Mules so far, 0-1 the count. Top of the 4th. Pitch on the way from Puckett. This one's fouled over to right. Pitch on the way. This one's fouled back. To the count on Mount Carmel. On Mobley. Bowser standing over at first. Nobody on second and third. Pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. And that one. That's a beautiful pitch right there from Puckett. 2 outs for the Aces. And now you have Keegan Linson at the plate. Linson, the third baseman. See what Puckett does here. High pitch. Pick off a tip to second. Gets away. But good job right there, though. Try to keep it in the infield. They do. Steal right there by Bowser nonetheless, and now he's in second scoring position. And Linson, the third baseman. He'd like to rip one somewhere. Get right center, that'd be a good spot. Shoot for the gap right there. 0-2 the count, Ian Puckett. The ball gets away right there for second and doesn't go very far, but Mule's putting a little out of, not really, a little bit out of sync right now at the moment defensively. They've, a couple of times we've seen that happen. But hey, second game of a long season here. Always things to work on. That ball did not hit him, but about did. Linton saying he's all right there. No contact. Linton steps back in the box. Pitch on the way. Zoomed it in. Oh, that's a beautiful pitch from Puckett. We'll say that was like a Burger King flamethrower burger. Why not? All right, that's some heat on that. Oh, bottom of the fourth. 6-2. The Mules lead Mount Carmel here on Mule Nation, powered by RJ Marketing.
Gill Sales and Service in Fairfield has the brand name appliances you trust to make your life easier and more comfortable. Gill's carries new appliances from brands like Speed Queen, Crosley, and Frigidaire, as well as a full range of used appliances to ensure they have something for every need and budget. They also carry parts and accessories to keep your current appliances going strong, plus free delivery and installation within 20 miles. Going strong since 1951. Check out their website at Gillsales at fairfieldwireless.net or call 618-847-7066.
Welcome back here. Bottom of the fourth inning, 6-2 as Fairfield leading Mount Carmel. And Mount Carmel was able to play a couple of cross-turn Mabes. Mules, though, as I talked about earlier, getting those runs in, gives you that insurance, that cushion. For the Mules, you want to see them score here again. They've scored in every inning so far. This would be a good time to do it because, again, as I mentioned earlier, we go back to Mount Carmel. They were tied 3-3 against Red Hill to that seventh inning when Red Hill just blew it wide open with those 7 runs in that seventh inning. So for the Mules, I'd like to see them continue being aggressive offensively. What do you think?
The game can turn around really fast. The Mules definitely need to keep locked in here and keep Mount Carmel at bay.
Yes. Thank you for you guys watching here on Mule Nation. Appreciate you guys. 30 devices logged in. Derek Dunn, Mabry Foster alongside. We've been blessed with pork burgers. We've been, I'd like to remind you about Fairfield Community High School having Legally Blonde, the musical, tonight. Saturday will be at 7 o'clock and Sunday at 2 o'clock. Mabry making a cameo appearance in that?
I don't. On which?
Legally Blonde?
No, I'm not going to be.
You're not?
In Legally Blonde, but I'm going to the show tonight, if that's what you were asking.
I was making. I'm about a cameo appearance. I was going to appear on stage just real quick.
No.
Okay.
That's not my thing, but
okay.
I'm better on the court than I am on the stage.
Okay. Well, here we are with the Mules. Logan Tullis at the plate. Logan had a home run back in the first. It was a 3-run home run and got hit by a pitch last time he was up. Asher Costin on the mound still for Mount Carmel. Nice pitch right there from Costin. 1-1 the count on Logan. Again, if you have nothing to do tonight, go. It's in the play. It starts at 7 o'clock tonight. Legally Blonde, the musical. Then 2 o'clock tomorrow. High on that one. Two and one the count. 6-2, Mules lead, bottom of the fourth. Logan's hit him right there. At least I think so. I don't know. Well, anyway, regardless, he's still going to be out there, though. 3-1 the count on Tullis. Costin like to get a strikeout here against Logan. Pitch on the way. And he'll be walked. All right. So Logan gets walked. And Talon Hickson ball comes up to the plate.
Nope, sorry.
There, maybe you're good.
The
I'm
cord's
just
over here.
Oh, sorry about that. Didn't mean to step on it if I did. My apologies. Takes the ball, just kind of looks at that one, strike on that one right there. Have a moment to recognize the Fairfield Mules senior baseball players this year. I've not done that yet. Mules got several seniors this year. Caleb King, Jesse King, Logan Tullis, Ian Puckett, Logan Hodges, Hayden Fellowitz, Jake Easton, Talon Hicksaball. Those are the seniors for the Mules. Pitch on there from Costin. So it's hit over. That's going to go right by Costin over shortstop. Skip over a second. Good. It's away from the dugout. Save at first is Hicksonball. So out as tall as at second. Pitch just, and that's the thing too, it's a danger, when you're trying to throw the ball, you're trying to throw it so quickly. Ball can either go high or go low. Try to throw it over first. That time it was high and away. Boston Isaacs, he's at the plate. Juniors, Boston Isaacs, as I mentioned, Breaker Cavachi, Landon Smith, Braxton Marshall, Austin Grieve, Noah Springmeyer. Those are the juniors. Sophomores, Blake Hutchins, Grady Rush, Harv Kaiser, and freshmen Braxton Dunn, Braden Hill, Gabe Stewart, Adam Bunting, and Dylan Titzer. Again, head coach Chris Fleener, assistant coach Sean Rush, volunteer coach Peyton Bates. Nice on hitter left, shortstop over second, and out is Hicksonball, but Isaacs is able to get over the first, though. Now you get Harv Kaiser at the plate. Hammering Harv. He can hammer him all right. He's got the power to do so. Pitch on the way from Costin, and Harv just looked at that one. Played ball for Sisney for years, and his family made the move to Fairfield. Wonderful people, enjoy talking to his parents during the basketball season at times. Hard by my count and was struck out. He was also walked as well. So he's looking for his first hit of the day. See if the boy delivers here. Costin. Pitch on the way. This one's head up and out of play. Bobcats lead SIC in softball ball at Frontier 3-0. So it's hit over to third, little bouncer. First, gets away. That could be an error right there. So that one just, that first baseman, I thought he had a good chance of catching that one. So Kaiser gets over first that time. And it's 6-2. All right. Mules with the runner over at third. Nobody on second. They got Jake Easton at the plate. Jake, a senior with lots of experience. Jake gets on base. I'll tell you what, good things happen. 6-2, 1-1 the count, 2 outs. Runners on first and third. Caleb King on deck. Jake was tabbed conference MVP in basketball season. Like that actually for Fairfield. Back-to-back conference MVPs. You had Justice Dagg, last year or this year, Jake Easton, and pretty cool to see that. You don't see that too often. And Jake gets struck out, and he smacks the bat on the ground, and that'll do it. Costin getting Jake that time. We go to the top of the fifth, 6-2, as Fairfield leads Mount Carmel here on Mule Nation, powered by RJ Marketing. Kaiser Farms is proud to support Mule Nation and the FCHS Mules. Ryan and Michelle Kaiser, along with the entire Kaiser Farms family, wish Harv and the Mules the very best of luck this basketball season. Whether it's farming needs or high-quality show pigs, Brian is ready to help you succeed. Give him a call at 618-838-9432. That's 618-838-9432. From the team at Kaiser Farms, go Mules!
It's February and everyone's thinking shadow seeing rodents, Honest Abe's birthday, or puppy love. But it's officially truck month at Le Mans. New 26 Ram 1500s with savings up to $10,000 for 0% financing for 60 months. New 26 Chevy Silverado 1500s. Discounted up to $9,000 or 3.9% financing for 60 months. These offers end February 28th at Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler, 412 East Main Fairfield, and LeMansOnline.com. Your exclusive dealer with warranty forever.
Kaiser Farms is proud to support Mule Nation and the FCHS Mules. Ryan and Michelle Kaiser, along with the entire Kaiser. Talon Hicksball on the field for the Mules, and good. I thought a good performance by Ian Puckett. I thought Ian shined right there on the diamond for Fairfield, but now this is where your relievers come into play here, Mabes.
I mean, I would get tired after pitching all that for 4 innings. Brecken just kind of looked down, and the ball went right over him, and he's like, what? And then rolled right over toward us. That was funny. But Mabes is like this. Your relievers. Coming in, following a starting pitcher who went quite a way right there. And kind of like bench playing basketball a little bit, isn't it? For sure.
Talk about the importance of that, having, players coming off the bench in this case, baseball, coming in as like relievers a little bit. Ball got away right there on the outside. This is keep us, the right fielder. Keep us. Looking to get a hit here for the Aces. That's a strike right there. Bobcats baseball, by the way, they were leading SIC 8-0 in the contest. So our Bobcats Frontier Community College Bobcats are in action today, both baseball and softball. Softball just picked up their first 2 wins of the season a couple of days ago. Of course, they've kind of had the weather's not been kind to them. This is a nice hit by Keepus. That's going to drop in for a single right center. Here we are, top of the 5th, 6-2. Fairfield leading Mount Carmel. Jane Smith at the plate from Mount Carmel. Talon Hicksonball on the mound for the Mules. Smith got on earlier, but that was against Puckett. See what Hicksonball does here. This one's hit over the left. Good save by the shortstop. Or first, not in time. And Smith with a nice single. And Mount Carmel finding momentum here. He's played a 2 in the last inning in the 4th, and they're on the verge of trying to get something going here, and no outs as well. So Santiago Guadalupe is at the plate. Talon Hicksonball with the pitch. That was a nice strike right there. Hicksonball, tall, lanky senior. Swing missed that one. Breaking Kovacic with the ball. There's a Vance. That's unfortunate. Breaking did not see where that ball went. That 1-2 the count. Talon and the Mules, you'd like to at least get a strikeout here and want to get the first out of the inning for Mount Carmel. You want to keep this line moving. Strikes out. First K for Hicksonball. Now you got Ryder Sloss. The catcher comes up to the plate. Pitch on the way. This one is hit over, and that's going to be out. I actually thought Tullis was going to hop right over the fence and try to pitch it for himself. He's like, I better not do that. Logan's an athlete. He could probably do that, but we'll see here. And I think we have a time here. Sloss and Coach Tyler Browning talking some things here. Again, 6-2, top of the 5th inning. 1 out so far for the Aces offense. The Mules would like to preserve this lead. Again, Fairfield led 6-0. That's the biggest lead they've had, but Mount Carmel scored a couple of runs back in the 4th inning, and Mount Carmel kind of rides some momentum right now. Ever since then, offensively, they were stymied, I thought, in the first 3 innings with Puckett on the mound. But now Mount Carmel trying to get things going here. This one's popped up high. It is catchable. Tullis with a read on it, makes the catch. So Tullis catches that one in front of the Mount Carmel, just to the right of Mount Carmel's dugout there, and 2 outs for the Aces. Runners on second and third, though. We have seen 2 out offensive surges in the past. Can't overlook that. Pitch on the way. This one is smacked, and that's going to go to left field. A run will score for Mount Carmel, and that'll do it. Good piece of hitting right there by Dasher. It's River Dasher, the single to left, and then you get Asher Costin, and it's 6-3. Mount Carmel chipping away here a little bit. Costin. This one's hit over. Bouncer over to Hickson ball, throw it first out. Mount Carmel was able to get a run in, but the Mules still lead 6-3 as we enter the bottom of the 5th here at Veterans Field at Lakeside Park. Stay tuned to Mule Nation, powered by RJ Marketing.
Lamons Motorsports in Fairfield is your go-to dealer for new and used ATVs, side-by-sides, dirt bikes, motorcycles, and a large selection of travel trailers, compact tractors, and mowers. They have the area's best selection of top brands like Honda, Yamaha, Suzuki, Kawasaki, CF Moto, Shasta, and Bobcat. Their factory-certified technicians and knowledgeable parts staff can help you find the right parts and accessories to repair or customize your power sports vehicle to keep it running safe and sound. Stop by Lamons Motorsports on Route 45 south of Fairfield or call 618-842-3848 or online at lamons.com to start your outdoor motorsports adventure today.
Looking for a convenient bank with a local touch? Welcome to People's National Bank. With our easy-to-use services and friendly bankers, we are here to make your banking experience smooth and personalized. From checking accounts to mortgages and agriculture loans, we're always here for you. Experience the difference with People's National Bank, where convenience meets community. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Eating pork burgers and imagining the Oregon charge. All right, 6-3 here as about 5th inning. Mabes, Mount Carmel chipping away a little bit. They got a run in before the Mules, though. They seem kind of closed the door a little bit here.
A little bit out of sync in these last 2 innings, but
yeah,
maybe they'll turn around bottom of this 5th inning and till the rest of the game, hopefully.
Yeah. Yeah, for the Mules, I like to see them get back in a groove that they were in earlier, and Caleb King is going to be batting here. Jesse King, his brother, right there as well. For Mount Carmel again, Asher Costin, who is the relief pitcher on the mound for the Aces. He's filled in after Brendan Bowser checked out. Bowser over at first base still. But a good ball game here again. Mules led 6-0, but Mount Carmel, the past couple of innings, though, the Indians played it, 2 back in the 4th and then 1 just a few minutes ago in the 5th. The Mules lead 6-3. But one thing's for sure, we know today that one of these teams is going to get their first win of the season when it's all said and done. And there's Caleb King. King, ball low and everything, hugging the dirt. Pitch on the way from Costin. One. It's the catcher's knee right there, Sloss, and it went over to Jesse King, who was able to scoop that one up. The on deck circle. Pitch on the way. This one is hit over, and that one is going to be foul. I wondered about that. I was like, maybe fair, had a chance, but no, whistle foul. So King goes back to the plate and have another chance. 6-3, Fairfield leading Mount Carmel, bottom of the fifth. Both teams coming off of losses the first game of the season. Mules coming off a loss to St. Joe Ogden a couple of days ago. That was played in the Metro East. Pitch on the way. This one's hit up high over right. It is catchable. Caught by the right fielder. And King trots back. Good contact on that one. Just too high that time. And Jesse King, his brother, will step in the box. One thing we'd be given here was before the game was the walk-up songs of these players. We'll quote a few of them here as we go along here. That way you guys can picture the tune in your head. As for Jesse King, it's 9 by Drake. That's what we'll say. His number is 1, but it's 9. That's the title of it. Babes, what would be your walk-up song?
I don't know. There's too many options for me.
All right. I'm trying to think of one myself. It's all right. I was away right there that time. I think for me, it's looking on here. I was going to see if it was named. It's not. I can go with John Fogerty center field. I'll go with that one. It's like the hand claps at the beginning and everything. Gets people pumped up. Six-3, bottom of the fifth, 2-2. This one's smacked over to the left. That one's gonna be fouled. Again, Jesse King at the plate. Folks, if you have a favorite walk-up song, post it in the chat. No one of our softball players at the college a couple of years ago had Sammy Kershaw, Queen of My Double Wide Trailer was the walk-up song. This one's hit over. Second baseman having trouble bobbling that one. And as King reaches first. That was easy right there. The ball must have a particular spin right there that time. I'm going to say that one was easily catchable right there. Logan Mobley, the second baseman, had trouble snagging that one. I can hear myself down there somewhere. Don't know why, but anyway, knows what it is. All right. There's Ian Puckett. How's that one back? Yeah, someone's actually got me on. I can hear myself. That's cool. I like it. I thought I was hearing a voice. I was like, not you, Mabes. I know that. So I always say if there was two of me, the world would be doomed. All right. There we go. 6-3, bottom of the fifth, 0-1 the count. 1 out. Pitch on the way to Puckett. Fouls that one back again. By the way, his is, let's see, I'm just going to look here real quick. His is drop Frank Forrest.
Oh.
That's what smacked over the left side. And shortstop makes a read, makes the catch. And King, using his long legs, gets back over to first. 2 outs for the Mules offense. Bottom of the fifth inning, 6-3. Fairfield with the lead over Mount Carmel. Breaking Cavachi. He's played catcher here. He's in for the Mules at the plate. Ball gets away right there, and King says, I'm just walking back over first. Never mind. So, all right, Cavachi looks at that one, and it's away that time. 2-0, the count on Breaking. Breaking might as well not even lift the bat off his shoulder. Might as well just let it go right by him. His walk-up song, let's see here. You Give Love a Bad Name, Bon Jovi. My gosh. Dude's living the 80s. Why not? I don't blame him. Good song. It's too bad, Mabes, we don't have that playing, because I know you, in your singing voice, you probably would have sung that out loud. We would have had the speaker up here. That way you would have just been blasted all over the ballpark. Why not? Along with Bon Jovi. Colin McDuffie, the teacher at the high school. That actually happened to him one time.
Did it?
Sure did.
He's the one who is leading the musical.
Yeah. He talked about how it was Sweet Caroline, Neil Diamond. Yeah, apparently he was singing. He didn't know he was singing out loud, and it just went all over the field. And some fan said, "Sing it!" If I was there, I would just died laughing. I said, I can't. Away for Cavachi, and he's walked, and he'll trot over to first. 6-3, Mules leading Mount Carmel. Telling stories here. Chris Weiner calls time. And we got a pinch runner in. Number 21 for the Mules. That is, let's see. I believe it is. Let's see here. So I get here for putting it up. Braxton Marshall. Pinch runner. So Marshall in place of Cavachi over first. Costin on the mound for Mount Carmel. Did a good job in relief. It's a little bit of away right there that time. Logan Tullis at the plate. Tullis. Runners on first and second. No one on third. 2 outs over the Mules offense. Like to get some 2-out offensive surge going. Well, low in the middle. Gets away. King slides over to third. Dusty does kick it up in front of Coach Fleener. Fist bump from Fleener over there. Good aggressive base running by King. Now it's a little bit better. 6-3. Bottom of the fifth. 3-0 the count, 2 outs. Tullis going to whistle for time here a little bit. The signals here going on. There's no Batman signal that was not used, by the way. We can't say that. All right, here's Constant. Pitch on the way. That's a strike. His walk-up music while we're imagining it here. We always got to look at this. We always got to, of course. Bad. Young Thug. Pitch on the way. Inside. Oh, curve to that one. 3-2 the count, 2 outs. Full count for Logan Tullis. See if Tullis could deliver here on the full count. Pitch on the way. Outside. He's walked. Mules will certainly take that. Talon Hicksaball comes up to the plate. Hicksaball actually was the pitched in relief starting in the last inning, and we have a timeout. Tyler Browning going to have a pitchers conference here. We'd like to tell you about our live stream schedule here on Mule Nation. Give me a moment here while I find it. I actually had it. Time is almost 1 o'clock, by the way. Again, there was a performance last night of Legally Blonde, the musical. That'll be happening tonight, 7 o'clock at the high school. Sunday, 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. The FCHS Drama Department proud to present Legally Blonde, the musical. Also, doors open 1 hour prior to performance. You can get there at 6 o'clock. You can get there at 6, eat a few pork burgers, and enjoy the show. We already ran out of pork burgers out here, guys. Sorry, but we can't give you any more. It's all right. New pitcher on the mound? Okay. I know it's not me. I can tell you that. Let's see here. This is number 10. Santiago Guanipa. Thank you. Shortstop, so he be the third pitcher for Mount Carmel. Mabes, let's go ahead and take a pause if you don't mind. Let's take a little break here.
Sure.
And we'll be right back. Stay tuned to Mule Nation, powered by RJ Marketing.
As a family-owned business, you can trust Rush Appliance and Furniture in Fairfield and Carmel to give your family the same attention they give theirs. If you need a refrigerator, range, laundry pair, dishwasher, or furniture, they have the brands you know and trust like Speed Queen, Abana, Maytag, KitchenAid, Lazy Boy, Sealy, and more. And with service after the sale second to none, Rush Appliance and Furniture is your one-stop shop for all your furniture and appliance needs. Rush Appliance and Furniture, 118 West Main in Fairfield, and 206 East Main in Carmine.
Pitcher on the mound here for Mount Carmel. Pitching change, of course, as Santiago Guanipa is out there on the mound. And just chilling here with Mabry Foster here in the dugout. And happy to be here with you guys on Mule Nation. 6-3, bottom of the 5th inning. See what he brings here to the table. Dylan Hickson ball. Tell you what, I was at the gym back about last week, I believe. Yeah, last week, and saw Kane Hickson ball there working out. I hadn't seen Kane in years. Kane was a good ball player for the Mules years ago. He and Landon Zerlini were a nice 1-2 duo. That's a strike. That's a good way. If you're a reliever pitcher, just came in, that's a good way to get that first strike there. So Santiago with the strike right there. The righty gets Hickson ball. So kind of seeing a reliever pitcher contest. Talon hits this one deep, and that one's caught by the right fielder. Good contact, good hit, just caught by the right fielder. And we enter the top of the 6th. Fairfield 6. Mount Carmel 3. Stay tuned. The Mule Nation, powered by RJ Marketing.
As a family-owned business, you can trust Rush Appliance and Furniture in Fairfield and Carmel to give your family the same attention they give theirs. If you need a refrigerator, range, laundry pair, dishwasher, or furniture, they have the brands you know and trust like Speed Queen, Abana, Maytag, KitchenAid, Lazy Boy, Sealy, and more. And with service after the sale second to none, Rush Appliance and Furniture is your one-stop shop for all your furniture and appliance needs. Rush Appliance and Furniture, 118 West Main in Fairfield, and 206 East Main in Carmine.
Teamwork makes all the difference, whether it's on the field, in the field, or on the court. At Sork Farms GP, located just south of Fairfield, teamwork is a part of everyday life. The Sork family knows that working together is the key to success, and they encourage the Mules to do the same. Here's to a great season. Good luck, Mules, from everyone at Sork Farms GP.
All right, back here at Veterans Field, Lakeside Park. Derek Dunn here with you, Mabry Foster alongside. And tell you what, weather beautiful this weekend. Of course, get out and enjoy it if you can. Well, doing the same thing as well for this one. Got some wind blowing a little bit. Temperature-wise here in Fairfield, 79 degrees. And good weather for running, by the way. Light breeze, wind blowing to the south. I would say southwest, about 4 miles per hour. So light breeze there. So the breeze feels good, I'm not going to lie. Warmer weather tomorrow, then we drop back down a little bit in temperatures for Monday. Well, actually, yeah, Monday. Calling for a high of 55 on Monday. And forecast high 85 tomorrow here in town. So Talon Hickson ball on the mound for the Mules. He was a reliever pitcher back in the last inning there. He came in after Ian Puckett, I thought, pitched a really nice game. 6-3, Mount Carmel. They have had, so far, it's interesting how the Mules scored the first 3 innings. And the last 2 innings, Mules have not scored at all. Mount Carmel has scored the past 2 innings. It's kind of like a, Mabes, you know this, basketball experience. It's kind of like a roller coaster up and down a little bit. You have these,
It sure is.
you have those runs where, your offense is clicking and everything, and then you have those dry runs where it's like there's no points being scored.
Exactly. We always came out in that first quarter and struggled a little bit just to get warmed up.
Yeah. Deep catch right there from Caleb King out there at center field. It's Jesse King, I should say. Jesse. Caleb wearing the long pants. I should know that, but actually, it was Jesse. Yeah, Jesse at center. Sometimes I get those two boys mixed up. It's crazy. I want to say Jesse. Oh, yeah, never mind. So, all right. Beautiful weather nonetheless here. Logan Mobley fouls this one back. 6-3, top of the 6th, Mount Carmel. Swing and a miss. Zooming in the middle. 2-2 the count, 1 out. At 6-3, top of the 6th. Next pitch on the way from Hickson ball. Struck him out. Oh, that was a nice pitch from Talon right there. Strikes out Mobley. Instead of Linson, this is number 20. Maddox Dillard with his first plate appearance. So pitch hitter in and Dillard. Wearing the glasses. Cavachi looking at the sunlight. I'll try to see if he can hear me from here. He didn't. It's all right. 6-3. So Dillard will check in. Hickson ball, tossing the ball around, breaking, just kind of walking around home a little bit here. If there was a basketball goal nearby, break it would run over, was slam dunked one, but no time for that. 6-3. You can check out our Mule Nation Facebook page where you guys can check up on live streams coming up here for you. Got one on Monday. Of course, all games are weather permitting. Swung on and missed right there. Dillard, aggressive swing. By the way, this is coming up later on. You're going to have tennis also as well. Live streaming tennis on May 18th. Of course, again, as I mentioned, check out Mule Nation. Also, check out Bobcat Nation on Facebook as well for live streams. 6-3, 1-2 the count, 2 outs for the Aces. Dillard at the plate. Pitch on the way. Ball gets away from Cavachi. Dillard running over to first. Tullis leaps high on that one, tags the bag. And that'll do it. Well, after top of the 6th, Mule still leads 6-3 here as we go to bottom of the 6th, as I mentioned. Mules on top. Stay tuned to Mule Nation, powered by RJ Marketing.
Stuck on the road? No worries. Bonds Towing has your back 24/7. Whether you need a tow, a winch out, fuel delivery, or a quick vehicle unlock, Vaughn's Towing is just a call away. Serving Mule Nation with fast, reliable service you can count on. Call 618-842-2422 for all your roadside needs. Vaughn's Towing, we're here when you need us most. Go Mules!
The chiropractic team at Wabash General Hospital is committed to helping patients achieve better health and wellness naturally. By treating pain and improving everyday function, their chiropractors provide care for conditions like auto accident injuries, back and neck pain, headaches, sciatica, sports injuries, and more. For an appointment with Dr. Sigler in Mount Carmel at the Bolden Medical Office Building, Suite C, call 618-263-4376. To see Dr. Lawrence Spear in Albion at the Albion Medical Clinic, call 618-445-8170. Wabash General Hospital. People you know, helping people you love.
Have a score to tell you, pass along here. Lady Mules get a win over DuQuoin, 8-7. Appreciate that. That is a final. So, hey, Lady Mules win, and like I said, the Mules went today to a sweep. Mames, by the way, March Madness, college basketball.
Yeah.
Did you fill out a bracket or anything? Or?
I did some brackets for a couple classes in school.
Yeah.
The first day, my bracket was pretty much kicked out, though.
Yeah, I know. I did mine on CBS Sports, and I filled out 3 of them. One of them I had Arizona winning it all. The other 2 brackets were Florida.
Yeah.
The one that hurt me on day 1 was Wisconsin beating High Point. I had Wisconsin going to Sweet 16, but
yeah, High Point came out and ruined a lot of people's brackets.
yeah, if there's anyone who has a perfect bracket out there, that'd be awesome. I don't see that happening though.
No, I don't either.
Sean Rush hustling over to first. Look at him go. I thought Sean was actually entering the game right there, actually, but I thought he was already out there, but that's what it is. Yeah, something happened to him. We'll see, but Coach Fleener over at third. 1-2 the count on the Mules. This is Isaacs who hits that one over Mules' dugout, and Jake. I don't know, so Jake is Austin Grieve. Grieve thought about snagging that one. Playing the tune Invisibly. Sweet Escape. Gwen Stefani is Boston Isaacs' walk-up song. Might as well cue that one. Hopper over to third, throw it first. It got away! And Isaac's going to turn 2. He's like, you know what? I'm going to slide. No, he's not going to. He slides over to second save. Boston Isaacs. Ball got away from the first baseman there. Isaac's motoring around, gets over to second. Let's see here. Okay, this is Austin Grieve, the lefty. I'll tell you what, Grieve played some good minutes for the Mules in the postseason, I thought. The Vandalia Regional, and I thought his production off the bench, his presence was really good. That stretch there, it's Alney and gets Vandalia. Good young man Austin Grieve is. Enjoyed talking to him when I have an opportunity. Austin looks at that one. That's a strike. Where one of my favorite numbers, number 7. By the way, his walk-up song is No More Tears, Ozzy Osbourne. This one's hit over to the left, popped up, and caught by the shortstop. I'll tell you what, I look for Austin to have a bigger game next year for the Mules basketball team as well as football. He had a good football year, too, in the fall. Logan Hodges in for the Mules, number 17. So Coach Fleener getting some seniors out there. Well, Hodges certainly a senior, Grieve a junior. Logan's first at bat. Logan Hodges, his walk-up song, 5 Finger Right Beastie Boys. We played that one earlier here at the ballpark. Santiago on the mound. Pitch on the way. This one's hit over the left. And the shortstop having trouble, and Hodges with a hit. He gets over first. Nice piece of hitting, Logan Hodges. The senior gets on base. How about that? With 21, Braxton Marshall at the plate. See how Braxton delivers. Big B looks at that one. Oh, something's going on here. Oh, okay. Coach Winter saying, yeah, wait, 21 for 2. Okay. So he's in for Caleb King. Santiago with the pitch. This was popped up. It's caught. Throw over to home. And safe. Safe as Isaac's at home. Wow. 7-3 Mules. Mount Carmel can't believe it. What do you think?
The umpire kind of messed it up there because he called him out before
He did, yeah.
Then he called him safe.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, the umpire called him out. They called him safe there. So, and Slaw's getting an explanation here, which I don't blame him. But, woo. That was interesting. So 7-3 Mules. Isaacs comes home, given credit for hustling, of course, but trying to run as fast as he can. But wow, what an interesting play at the plate right there. Getting some Mules players in here. 7-3, which is good to have some insurance a little bit. Yeah, Blake Hutchins out there. Hutchins, who's done a good job pinch running this afternoon, hits this one right side, little hopper to second, or first, and Hutchins is out. Nonetheless, the Mules are able to get a run in at home, and it's 7-3 as we enter the top of the 7th. All right, stay tuned to Mule Nation, powered by RJ Marketing.
The chiropractic team at Wabash General Hospital is committed to helping patients achieve better health and wellness naturally. By treating pain and improving everyday function, their chiropractors provide care for conditions like auto accident injuries, back and neck pain, headaches, sciatica, sports injuries, and more. For an appointment with Dr. Sigler in Mount Carmel at the Bolden Medical Office Building, Suite C, call 618-263-4376. To see Dr. Lawrence Spear in Albion at the Albion Medical Clinic, call 618-445-8170. Wabash General Hospital. People you know, helping people you love.
Whether you're in the market for a pole barn or a timber frame home, leave the details to Walters Buildings. As the premier post frame builder in the Midwest, Walters Buildings uses only the highest quality materials and the most skilled craftsmen in the industry for a building experience that matches their award-winning buildings. Contact your local Walters Buildings representative at waltersbuildings.com to see what they do for you. Build with confidence. Build with Walters. Family owned since 1958.
The chiropractic team at Wabash General Hospital is committed to helping patients achieve better health and wellness naturally.
7-3 here in the bottom of 6th as the Mules get a run in. Talon Hicksaball still on the mound for the Mules, doing a good job in relief. Tall, lanky senior. Keep us out there. Wade Keep us out there from Mount Carmel at the plate, right fielder. He's had a nice few catches today on defense for the Aces. Great crowd here at the ballpark. Got some people watching from the outfield. Lady Mules one. Goes over the middle. Nice piece of hitting by Keepus. Go over to center. King fields that one. So Wade Keepus at first base. And that brings in Smith. Jaden Smith would go back to the top of the batting order. Smith looking to get on base here. Still got some ball game to go. Mount Carmel, you feel like the time is not on your side, but you still can make an effort to try to come back into it. Aces have not led. They've been down the whole game. The Mules led by as many as 6. It was 6-0 at one point. But then Mount Carmel was able to score a couple of runs in the 4th and 1 in the 5th. And able to chip away at the deficit a little bit. But if everyone would like to hang on, at least this is where your defense really shines here. See what your defense can do. Late game situations. Mabry knows that for a fact.
Yeah,
Basketball perspective. But defense, especially when you're, again, when you're up ahead, you're trying to close it out here. Kind of talk about March Madness a little bit. It reminds me of VCU in North Carolina recently. North Carolina was leading by 19, and VCU come back and beat them in the end. For first, keep us safe over there. Appreciate you guys watching, by the way, where you may be at. Thanks for joining us on Mule Nation. Both teams 0-1 here. Looking for the first win of the season. Foul back. I know a few years ago, Mount Carmel baseball beat the Mules regional championship game back a few years ago. Told someone earlier, I wish we had this kind of weather all season long. That'd be great all year long. I'd take it. This one's fouled over. Lady Mules winning over DuQuoin earlier today. Congratulations, Coach Conrad and her Lady Mules. Getting a win on the road. Pitch on the way. Fouled over right. That was a bullet. Just zooming right by. That was just ripped over to right, but another attempt here for Smith. He's had a good at-bat. 3-2 the count, no outs. Keep us at first. 7-3, the Mules lead. Bottom of the 6th. Pitch on the way. Fouled over. Over to right. Out of play. Have a ball. They run out. Pitch on the way. Swung on and missed that time. Good strikeout for Hickson ball. Santiago Guanipa at the plate for the Aces. Santiago actually pitched some relief back in the last inning. This one's hit over to left toward the shortstop. Scooped up. Throw over second. Out. Santiago will reach first. Good job by the Mules defense that time. And now you got Ryder Sloss comes up to the plate. 2 outs for the Aces. Offense. Mules looking to close this one out. Defensive no, trying to not allow Mount Carmel to get anything going. Pitch on the way. This one's hit over short. Caught by the shortstop. Dandy catch by the shortstop. Tullis for the Mules. Big catch right there on the defensive side. And the game's over. It was the top of the 7th after all, but it happens. Both teams shake hands. Mules get the win. 7-3 final. 7-3 is your final. Fairfield with the win over Mount Carmel. All righty. 7-3. Mules get their first win of the season. They go to 1-1 overall. Mount Carmel falls to 0-2 overall the campaign. That's the final thoughts here. Stay tuned to Mule Nation, powered by RJ Marketing.
When Justin, a local volunteer firefighter, needs one of the department's trucks serviced, he calls Cam, whose repair company keeps everything rolling. In turn, Justin helps keep Cam and all of the community safe. Together, they support each other, and Wayne White Electric Cooperative supports them and every member with safe and reliable power. It's why REMCs exist, and together, it all works. Wayne White Electric Cooperative, 10,000 members, 11 counties, one very dependable utility.
If you're near retirement or thinking about retiring, you probably have questions. How do you make your savings last? How much should you take out and when? You're ready for retirement, but are your finances? Your Edward Jones financial advisor, Andrew Diesel, can help you build a strategy to make sure your finances keep up with your long-term needs. You've done what it takes to get there. Now it's time to make the most of retirement. Call our office at 842-4212 to schedule an appointment. Edward Jones, member SIPC, proud supporter of your FCHS Mules.
In the financial services industry, there's nothing better than experience. And with over 50 years of combined experience, there's no one better than the Connard Financial Group in Fairfield to help you develop a diversified investment portfolio. Whether it's retirement planning, college savings plans, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, or certificates of deposit, the Connard Financial Group can help you plan and invest for the future, whatever your goals may be. Give them a call at 618-842-7855 to set up an appointment. The Connard Financial Group, investing in the community since 2003.
Welcome back here to Veterans Field Lakeside Park, where the Fairfield Mules varsity, they get their first win of the season. They go to 1-1 overall. Final score 7-3 over Mount Carmel. Good win for the Mules. Of course, the highlight was early on in the first inning when home run was hit. It was a 3-run bomb by Logan Tullis. He just smacked that one deep. Mules were able to keep the pressure applied here. They scored 3 in the first inning, 2 in the second, 1 in the third. A little bit of a dry spell there in terms of runs, but then they were able to plate 1 back in the sixth. And that's pretty much it right there, where the Mules get the win. 7-3 over Mount Carmel. Again, the Mules improved to 1-1 overall, even 500 of the campaign. The Aces fall to 0-2. They lost to Red Hill a couple of days ago and lose here today to Fairfield. Non-conference game for Fairfield and Mount Carmel. So, Mabes, what do you think here?
I think there were some really big plays in the first few innings that put the Mules ahead and kind of set the tone of the game, like I said earlier. And that's what took them ahead and led the rest of the game.
It's kind of amazing, really, how walks can really hurt you. You know, you got to think about turnovers a little bit, and hoops a little bit, walks. You know, it's just like you get that runner on base right there, and that kind of adds a little bit more pressure to the pitcher. And then, you know, we saw Ian Puckett getting walked, and then Becky Cavacci with a single, and then Logan Tullis that 3-run bomb right there in the first. And you kind of think about that. Had it not been for Puckett, you know, getting walked there early, you know, breaking in a single, then that 3-run home run would not have happened. So you always kind of think about that. You think about moments of the game that really stand out to you, and I think that was one of them. I know it's early in the first, but I agree with you. For the Mules, helped set the tone, gave them some momentum here early. Yeah, Mount Carmel tried to come back a little bit. You know, they scored, 3 runs late right there. 2 in the fourth and 1 in the fifth, but the Mules defense held up when it really mattered most. I thought Ian Puckett had a nice game on the mound. I thought he had good stuff there. I thought Talon Hicksonball also had a nice job in relief as well. So if you're Chris Fleener and the Mules, you got to be happy with how they played or their performance here at Veterans Field at Lakeside Park. There is supposed to be a JV game that's to be played. We're not covering that one, but you can come out here and watch if you want. And that'll be started here. That's minutes away, though. They're going to have to do some field work and everything like that as they just played and everything like that. But I thought it was a good performance by the Mules here today. Always good to see the Mules win as well here. Real quick, again, Lenny Mules getting the win over DuQuoin earlier, 8-7. That is a final. Take a look here at some finals here as well. Look at the college side, our Bobcat Nation here, our sister channel, Bobcats baseball. They lead 13-1 against SIC on the road to Harrisburg. They're playing a doubleheader down there today, so they got another game coming up. That one is already top of the fourth, leading 13-1. Meanwhile, Bobcats softball, they picked up a couple of wins against Swick a couple of days ago. That was their first wins of the season. They're also at Harrisburg. They're also down at SIC. They lead that one 5-1, and that one is in the top of the sixth. So again, and so that is that's some scores right there that we know of. Of course, college basketball, you guys can follow that and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Illinois plays later on. I do know that. Playing against VCU. So that one's coming up later on this evening. Good luck to you in your brackets, by the way, whoever's left of them. Always a lot of good fun now. Final, by the way, Michigan beat St. Louis 95-72. The Billikens are out. Wolverines march on. That's a good Michigan team, by the way. And that is the only final I see on here. So, anyway, Mabes, I'll tell you what, it was fun here being with you. And also, we encourage those to check out Legally Blonde, the musical, tonight at Fairfield Community High School. The FCHS Drama Department putting that on. Starts at 7 o'clock. Doors open at 6 tonight, so you guys can get in there early, find yourself a good seat, and enjoy the show. And then tomorrow, 2 o'clock, it'll be the final showing of Legally Blonde, the musical. And doors open at 1 o'clock for that one. So Josh Livesay and the drama department, a lot of them, the students. If you've seen Legally Blonde, the movie, I think you'll get a kick out of Legally Blonde, the musical. So
it was really good. I got to watch it yesterday during school hours. It was probably one of my favorites by far.
If you've not, I think it's one of those where you have to see the movie first or read the book for everybody on, and then you get to see how it kind of ties in and everything. I remember years ago when I was in high school here in town, they actually did Grease. They did that years ago. That was one of the best ones. You Can't Take It With You. That was another one they did. So there's been some dandy plays put on by FCHS over the years for the drama department. But you have an opportunity, check it out. Check it out if you have nothing to do tonight. All right, again, Fairfield Mules win 7-3 over Mount Carmel. And they're about ready to go underway with the JV contest, which we're not going to do here. We're going to go ahead and head on out here for Mabry Foster. And I'm Derek Dunnigan. I want to thank all of you guys for watching us here today on Mule Nation, powered by RJ Marketing. It's been a pleasure bringing you Mules baseball this spring. Again, our next live stream of that is coming up actually next week. As Mules baseball here, I just had it pulled up here, my mistake here. That's what I get for putting the phone down. Mules baseball, they'll be playing South Central on the 23rd. That's a Monday, weather permitting with that one. Game time for that one is at 4:30 here at Veterans Field at Lakeside Park. Until then, so long. Have a wonderful rest of your